I've finished Endwalker. He has not. Please don't spoil anything for anyone who might be playing. But
Yep. Nightbot is on a rampage today, so Matt has, I think, put every single FF14 Endwalker related spoiler into the Nightbot list.
Yeah, we've got place names, we've got character names, we've got nouns, we've got concepts, we've got themes, we've got everything you could imagine. Don't test it, because I believe Dakor's probably on hand to ban people, and I'll be going mental here, so.
Damn.
Anyway, yep, it has been.
Yeah, we got to preserve that sanctity.
Yeah, it has been.
So this mad fucker did it in 3 days?
Yeah, so I had some queue issues on Saturday and a little bit on Sunday. I didn't get playing till like Sunday evening, but I basically put in about 16 hours a day until I finish it. Because you just don't stop. Unless life tells you, that forces you to stop, you just don't. It is so immaculately paced that any time you finish a break, you're like, okay, well, I've got like another hour to play. I might as well start the next segment, and then that's you for 8 hours, because that's how it goes. It's great.
And I mean, that endurance, you must have been drinking your milk like a good, healthy, grown boy.
That's it, yep. Just had to sneak down to the special fridge. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk about the I don't know what to call it. It's like the milk gobbler. Yep. Basically, at some point, there's been a milk thief at Blizzard, so that's quite something to talk about.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm halfway.
55%? Probably around halfway.
Around halfway. I'm around halfway.
It's, well, okay. I think you're probably close to halfway. That's hard to say. It's like I'm trying to balance runtime versus the things that happen. And you're probably around 45 to 50%, somewhere around there, both.
It seems like there was a lot of absolute just fucking big cum moments on the way.
Yeah, it is very, very, very long, and it is just it's weird because it's like a very predictable formula in terms of ebbs and flows, generally speaking, but it's just really solid the whole way through. Really good.
No, I'm excited. It's what my weekend's going to be. I've continually been screwed over by Q. Just it is what it is. When you have work hours.
Yeah.
And you game on the same laptop that you use for work, what happens is you can't do what Matt does, which is remote in to his home PC, get in the queue, and then work's done, go home, you're ready. I haven't been able to do that. So yes, I've been a little bit messed up, but yeah, no, so far stuff's, I mean, you already know there's a video out on our MMO channel.
Yeah.
About that. So, yum.
Yeah, and that's one thing I will say. I definitely wouldn't recommend binging it unless you are physically incapable of stopping yourself. I fall into that category, but also as like, I need to finish this before I get back to work on Monday, because if I have to start thinking about work, I'll not be able to enjoy it quite as much. And also I need to get back on Twitter, so I absolutely nuked the shit out of it. Like, but I wouldn't recommend it. There's a lot at like every major point. I'd basically almost say when you're done a zone, I'll mute that. When you're done a zone, you probably should just stop and go for a walk for like an hour and then come back, honestly. But yeah, have a big sleep after every like 2 zones or something. But
I'll go for a walk for 29.5 minutes. Hopefully you time it fast enough not to be booted.
Oh, yeah, of course. There's definitely no way to get around the 30-minute kickout. Absolutely not. No way. None whatsoever.
You definitely can't idle in a cinematic for 2 days straight.
Like, you actually can't do that.
Oh, did they fix that?
Yeah, you can't idle cinematics. Yeah, what you can do is redacted.
There we go. He's not spilling.
Everyone knows. Everyone knows.
Yeah, no, man, that's good shit. WoW's had an interesting week.
Yeah, I mean, that's the actual part. I was going to say, the only one time this week I remoted home to log in ahead of time. Every other time I just went home, hit Q, and then opened... forgive me for saying this, I opened World of Warcraft to go into the Mage Tower.
Yeah.
And that actually was an experience. Fun one, but a very frustrating one at the same time. But we'll get to that later.
Fun-strating?
Yep.
Well, man loves to be straighted. We maybe won't linger on for the longest amount of time, because honestly this headache is about to take me out.
Yeah, well, we do have to talk about it because it's one of the best things that's happened to video games.
Yeah. Oh, Matt's... We're not going to talk about narrative.
Yeah, no. Well, no.
Other than be like big, good, very
other
happy.
than good, I have 4 keywords that describes it later on in this document. Not the
Aye.
narrative, but the whole game. Anyway.
So yeah, they won at the Game Awards.
Yep.
Best community support and best ongoing game.
Yeah, and I believe it was
Pretty well deserved.
Yeah, I believe it was SkillUp who said it won best ongoing game because it is the best ongoing game, but it won community support because the community supports the devs that well. And you're like, fucking yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Oh man,
That is
shit,
it indeed. Now we do have a side note. It's Square Enix have both won and lost big because
Yeah.
you know FF14 team incredible, but you know maybe
Big.
not all of Square Enix is having the biggest wins. They did have wins. So
did, yeah.
Life is Strange won Game for Impact. Guardians of the Galaxy won Best Narrative. Nier Replicant won Best Score. Very deserved.
Oh, it's, Okabe is a genius.
Tad drama though because Final
Yep.
Fantasy VII. Retro inter remake intergrade inter
Final
retro
Fantasy VII remake integrate.
absolutely finally has made its way to PC in full intergrade form because it's not an upgrade, it's not a side grade, it's an intergrade. What? Oh, I'm so confused. How do they name their games anyway? But it's exclusive to Epic Games and it costs $70, which as PC gamers we all go, oh! As people who own a PlayStation 5 and have indeed purchased games on the PlayStation 5, that is the new normal.
Yep.
Ah!
Yeah. That's brutal. Like.
It's pretty damn expensive. So yes, it has, first it had timed exclusivity on PlayStation as the original, then timed exclusivity for the Intergrade release, now Epic exclusivity. Basically just means they're obviously going to cut every single deal they can if they believe it's going to be the best for the bottom line.
Yeah, which is like I find it really pissed me off because I have such a collection of FF games on Steam now. And I'm gonna have to wait
a big, nice ordered list.
And I'm gonna have to wait a year for FF7 Remake Integrated. That said, I would rather play it on PS5, but I'm not gonna buy it for 70 quid.
You can't.
That's the problem. Like,
you can't fuck with someone's ability to have all their games
Yep.
neatly ordered in whatever order tickles their fancy.
Yep.
That's sacred.
Yeah. So the other part of this is real pain in the balls is Forspoken is $70 on Steam, which is out in they announced that I think May 22nd, which looks interesting. The gameplay for that it looks really fun.
Gameplay looks interesting. I got a bit turned off by the whole modern speak.
That's a very weird thing.
I don't like it.
I roughly trust them, but also Luminous Productions, I'm not entirely sure it'll feel great. I'm hoping it's good. It looks pretty good, but it's $70 on Steam. They're just charging $70 on PS5. It's the same fucking game. Buy it. You're like, people will. But they're not always fallible because, first of all, they're releasing Babylon's Fall. They shouldn't release that game. I don't think they should release that game.
You and Dakor both played a bit
based
of
on what I played, based on what I watched Dakor play, I don't think they should release that game. Platinum Games they've just not done a great job with it. Even though they did.
It's sad for you to say, considering.
Yeah, I love Platinum Games to pieces. I love their games, but they've just shit the bed too many times. Babylon's Fall, live service action game, a character action game with gear scaling impacting how things play is really dangerous. And in the beta, in a couple of the phases, they didn't get it right. So, And also, what was the other part I was going to say? Something else. Oh yes, I actually hate the shit out of them because The World Ends With You, Neo, didn't beat their performance, underperformed by their standards. Just by, first of all, they had way too high expectations for it, considering there was no support for the original DS game. There was no re-release for ages. The only re-release was on Switch. Then they released the sequel on PS4 and Switch, marketed it heavier for the PS4, as far as I could see, and then wondered why no one fucking bought it. Stupid bastards. Anyway, Square Enix are interesting, but we should talk about Endwalker.